What is up, guys and gals? It's me, Thomas Fan1 here, and today we're going to be taking a look at another Goof video. That's right, we're going to be taking out a look at the Thomas and Friends episode, Daisy. We're going to be counting out as many goofs as we possibly can in this episode. We are doing the Thomas Comes to Breakfast trilogy, but instead we're going to also be putting in Bullseyes as well as the next episode. So stay tuned for that as well. So, yeah, without further ado, let's get this going.
Percy and Toby were worried. Thomas's recent accident had caused a great deal of trouble, and Sir Topham Hatt was waiting
Hey, Toby's
for them
eyes were
with
twitching
important
there.
news.
Let's get rid of that.
Here is Daisy.
Okay, let's take a look at this fat controller here for a second. You can see a little bit of glare on the hat. I'm not seeing many other ones, aside from the fact that I think this eye was mispainted just a hair. There's a little chip on this arm right here where my little mouse is right there, and a smudge right there, but they could have also been substituting that for buttons or something of that nature. So, let's continue.
The diesel rail car who has come to help while Thomas is indisposed.
Okay. I can forgive the metal hair, but no, I can't. I can't forgive any of this. Look at this guy here. There's like literally a metal surface like right there. There's even sticky tack down here. There's also a metal sheen to him, and like they didn't even try to match the color. I mean, look, this blue collar's showing right there. I mean, this is a major goof. Also, fun fact, the reason why they had to scrap Boko in Season 2 and then redo him in Season 3 was because they used Boko's facial structure for Daisy. I mean, if you look at it, you can actually see it. So, if you pay attention, you can see some pretty amazing things.
Please, sir, will she go when Thomas comes back, sir?
Okay, the camera was just a bit shaky. There's some dust going along here in his foot plate. I don't know what the heck this is supposed to be. Like, maybe it's supposed to show his muscle twitching or something like that, but it's not pulling that effect really well. In fact, there's even some gappage between the eyes here, a little bit of smudge here on the lips. Let's see, there's also this weird thing right here. I'm not 100% sure what the heck that is. Maybe it's a rust spot or a chip, I'm not sure. And then there's also some, what looks to be the remnants of super glue right here. So, or tape, you know.
That depends, said Sir Topham Hatt.
The camera was shaky. The camera was very shaky. Not to mention, Toby's windows are constantly open or closed or something of that nature.
She stays. I hope you will both make her welcome and comfortable.
Okay. There's a white smudge right here on the fat controller's face. I can't exactly get it on camera that well, but if you go and look at the actual episode, there's a little bit of a white smudge like right over here. There's also a white smudge here. There's also a little bit of chipping on the hat right here, and a little bit of paint differential on the head. So keep that in mind. Oh, and also his eyebrows are stickers, my guess, because they create a little bit of shadow on his eyes. Like, if you look really closely, you can actually see the shadow. Like, this one shows it really well right here. Either that or that's just chipping, but my guess is it's most likely the eyebrow. So, those are some goofs right there. And the camera's still shaky.
Yes, sir. We'll try, sir, said the engines. Good. Run along now and show her the shed. She will want to rest after her journey.
Okay. Look at Percy's piston rods here. They constantly are weirdly moving. Oh, and we're gonna go back because I saw some more goofs. Okay. Shoot. I'm gonna have... Okay, well, anyways, right here, you can kind of see the fat controller is not exactly painted very well. And he's kind of sloping to one side. Like, one of his arms is shorter than the other. So, anyways, that's a goof.
Daisy was was not easy to please.
See, look, Toby's windows are closed now. Like, figure out your mind. Come on.
She shuddered at the engine shed. This is dreadfully smelly.
Okay. A little bit of smudging going on the windows here. Either that or it's camera reflection. I don't think so. But there's also a little bit of smudge going on here on the on the left window here. And there's also a little bit of chipping and cracking going on right here on her buffer beam right here. There's also, like, I don't know if those were painted on or if they're actually chips and cracking. I'm not sure. You may have to determine that for yourself, but still, it's a goof.
I'm highly sprung, and anything smelly is bad for my swerves.
Okay. This brake van here is derailed. This car right here / van is derailed. And the smoke effect, it's not there, but you can kind of see a little outline of it. Let me see if I can zoom in on this. Okay, so you can barely see it, but it's right there. Right there.
They tried the carriage shed.
Zoom back out.
This is better, said Daisy.
Okay, there's smudging on all of the windows now at this point. And, you know, I remember how I said they couldn't have just added some teeth in? Well, for Daisy, they finally added teeth.
Whatever is that rubbish? The rubbish turned out to be Annie, Clarabelle, and Henrietta, who were most offended. We won't stay here to be insulted.
Okay, these are a little smudgy, and it looks like this mouthpiece just, oh, so weird right here. Just this little chip right there, just, ugh. And it looks like the stickers for the eyes are starting to come off, like right here. Oh, it just shows that these models were loved and used.
They fumed. Percy and Toby had to take them away.
Okay. Small goof. This thing right here on Toby, it's kind of, I don't know if that's bent or if that's the way it's supposed to look. I don't know if they messed up the painting. I'm not 100% sure, but that's just it. That's the way it's looking.
And spend half the night soothing their hurt feelings.
And he kind of looks happy pushing Henrietta back.
The engines woke next.
Okay. Their faces are not on properly, or at least Toby's isn't on properly. And also, I thought Daisy was sleeping in the carriage shed, not in, you know, the shed with Percy and Toby. You know? Just saying.
Morning feeling exhausted. Daisy, on the other hand, felt bright and cheerful.
Camera's kind of shaky.
As she came out of the yard and back to the station.
Okay, let's count how many goofs we can figure this out. Trying to paint over the station master's neck, 1. Sticky tack, 2. Lead figures over here that are kind of covered but not covered with paint, 3. Isn't that supposed to be Lady Hat right there and or the Queen of England? Not sure. 4. This woman's hair is covered with metal fragments or metal chipping, and also just a tad a bit of sticky tack there. Also, who's this guy over here? I'm not going to count that as a goof, but I have no idea who this guy is over here. I mean, I can tell who the majority of these characters are, but this guy? No. Also, this guy's hat got a metal look on the side of it. They missed the painting. So, that's 5 goofs in one looking. Oh, plus you can see the way this is supposed to look right here. 6. I'm counting that as 6. And there's not that much paint on this guy's on the back of this guy's head. 7.
Look at me, she purred. word to the passengers. I'm the latest diesel, highly sprung and right up to date. You won't...
Okay. There are some obvious fingerprints on the windows. Let's see if I can get this going to look right here. You can see there's obvious fingerprints on the windows. We can keep it going there. And there's obviously, her face is not perfectly aligned because you can see the spacage right here and the shadow here. So that's a goof. And one of her eyelashes is, and well, I'm not gonna count that. It could be, but I don't think so.
Want Thomas's bumpy old Annie and Clarabelle now? The passengers waited for
They just reused the scene.
She didn't. She saw that a milk van was about to be coupled to her and was most indignant.
Okay. This is the same guy who was back there. You can see some sticky tech. Well, let's see if we can... I gotta push this back out a bit. Gotta push the screen back out a bit. But underneath here, you can see sticky tack. Right under here. Right there. It's so annoying.
Do they expect me to pull that?
And more obvious paint chipping on this guy. Man, I'm getting real tired of this. Major paint chipping here. And here. And here. And here. Like, I can't believe no one has ever noticed about these episodes before. Major problems. And the guy's neck is barely painted. What's going on here?
Surely, said her driver, you can pull one van.
And then they cut to this guy being all perfect. That's great.
I won't, said...
Major scene once again, where they use the same guy and the same shot.
Daisy, Percy can do it. He loves messing about with freight cars. She began to shudder violently.
Okay. Over here, you can kind of see a reflection of somebody's hand. It's barely noticeable, but you can almost see it. They had to shake this guy, they had to shake this character, and they just left this guy in the same position.
Nonsense, said her driver.
And this is the way that he's supposed to look now. But I can tell you right now, there's a small goof. If you look at this guy's eye, you can just see where it was painted and not painted.
Back down.
And the same guy's been used again.
She was so cross that she blew a fuse.
Okay. Who's this person? In the last shot, let's go back here.
Lurched backwards.
Okay. This person here, you can kind of see a little bit of metal bits showing. Because they used lead figures for the entire first and second season.
She was so cross that she blew a fuse. Told you, she said, and stopped. Everyone argued with her, but it was no use. It's Fitter's orders.
Okay. Now you can see where the paint chipping and this, you can see sticky tack here, 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 majorly here, majorly here, and majorly here. And now you can see goofs on all of these characters. You can see goof here. You can see a goof here on this woman's hair. Goof here on the guy they just left standing there. Goofs on this guy's hat. Goofs on the station master, where he is now, look at this guy. There's problems with the paint on here. There's major problems with the paint on this guy. They didn't even bother to paint eyes for him, more or less paint the top of his hat. And there's also paint chipping here and here on this boy. There's also major paint loss on his face. What the heck's going on here? Is this a low-budget film?
She said. What is? My Fitter's a very nice man.
Wait. Let's go back to that.
Said. What is?
Where are all these people? I mean, I saw this guy and this one. But where did these two people come from? Those lead figures in the last shot were not that. They were not this guy here. Or these people here. They just weren't. You can't unsee that.
Carefully. Daisy, he says,
Here,
never.
let's go
He
back.
comes every week and examines me carefully. Daisy, he says, never, never pull. You're highly sprung, and pulling is bad for your
Okay,
spurs.
now, I would normally forgive something like this, but this you just can't forgive. This guy clearly was supposed to be a workman, but they decided to... Well, let's see. They tried to reuse some of their characters, and you can clearly see blue paint here, blue paint here, unpainted neck here, major blue paint on this guy's arm, and this guy's back. I have no idea what the heck they were trying to do.
So that's how it is, finished Daisy. Stuff and nonsense, said the station man.
Okay, this guy's eyes were painted almost perfectly. Almost perfectly.
I can't understand,
Okay,
said the shunt.
this guy made small problems. I don't know if this was an intentional thing here, but there's a smudge here, or a dimple or a divot here. There's also a small divot here, and there's some paint loss here, here, or here, small paint loss here, and here, along with a little bit here, and some on the mouth.
Whatever made Sir Topham Hatt send us such a feeble, spluttered Daisy. Let me stop arguing, grumbled the...
Again, none of these characters were on this. Were at the station, aside from these three right here. Not this woman, not this man.
Passengers. We're late already. So they uncoupled the van.
Okay, this is where the flaws really begin to show. Major thing here, this is a wire in the window here. That's a wire for Daisy's controls. There's major paint chipping on the back of this guy and on the back of his head. Like, you can see all the metal parts. You can also see some of this guy's neck bits and some of this guy's metal parts showing for his hat and for his neck. What the heck were they doing? Like, you can majorly see this. And it's not just one wire, it's 1, 2, and 3. What the heck's going on?
And Daisy purred away, feeling very...
Okay, now these guys, you can clearly see a little bit of sticky tack right here, right where my mouse is. And you can see, with these people, I have no idea who they are, and I can't really get a good enough look at them. This guy, I think his neck is just a bit too tall, but I don't know, that could be intentional.
Very pleased with herself. She could now enjoy her journey. That's a good story, she chuckled. I'll do just what work I choose and no more. But she said it to herself.
Okay, so in hindsight, that was a great episode for Goofs. Major Goof City. Major Goof City. Like, and it's not just small ones either. There's wires in places that you can clearly see it, and there's also paint chipping on the lead models they were using for it. There's also major problems with some of the production line as the camera was shaking too much. And what the heck's going on with Toby? He's got that little curve on the side of him. So anyways, that's all for now. This is Thomas Fanta 1 saying don't forget to subscribe for more content. Don't forget to leave a like on this video. Don't forget to leave a comment on this video about what goof video you want me to do after the next two, because the next two are going to be Bullseye's and Percy's predicament, as is evidence of this one right here. But anyways, that's it for now. See you guys later. Again, don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, all that fun stuff. See you later.